welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and I am a homeschooling mom of 4 kiddos. And in today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about what we are doing for summer school. We are actually about halfway through what we chose to do during the summer, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video out so you guys could see what we have going on in our homeschool. My kids are doing math and we are doing an earth science unit study. I didn't bring their math down here with me because they are actually upstairs working on that right now. But all 3 of my kiddos are doing math lessons for living education by master books. And they're kind of just doing either a whole lesson. So the way that master books works is a whole lesson runs throughout a week. So you have lesson 1 with exercises 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what my kids are doing is, depending on the lesson for the week, they will either sit down and finish all of the exercises at once, or I give them a time span and they'll do as much as they can during that time span, or they just will go until I guess we move on to the next thing or whatever. So like I said, the other thing that we are doing is actually earth science, and this is from Gather Round Homeschool by Rebecca Spooner, and we love Gather Round Homeschool. So we have actually completed the Oceans unit and the Africa unit, and they were both amazing. I highly recommend those, and I also recommend, if you do the Africa unit or probably any of the continent units, get the recipe book. We had so much fun making the recipes along with the Africa unit. So back to Gather Round Homeschool, and this is just the teacher's guide because I've actually already read our lesson for today to my kids. So once they're done with their math, they're going to go ahead and jump into completing their independent work from the earth science unit. So I can show you guys how it looks on the inside of here. So with the earth science unit, with Gather Round Homeschool, every unit study has 20 lessons. And then you start off by reading out of your teacher's guide, and then each one of your kiddos will have their own leveled workbook. So my oldest son, who is going into 5th grade, if you do grades, and he is working in the elementary or the upper elementary, and then my daughter under him, who's going into 3rd grade, is working in early elementary, and then my youngest daughter is working out of the pre-reader. And so this is the table of contents. So here's the table of contents, and I can go ahead and go over the lessons. So starting with lesson 1, it's the earth, history, age, and composition, landforms of the earth, then fields of energy. Lesson 4, plate tectonics and seismic waves. 5, earthquakes and tsunamis. 6, volcanoes and eruptions. 7, glaciers and ice caps. 8, the rock cycle and types of minerals. 9, mineral identification. 10, weathering and erosion. 11, meteorology, then and now. 12, the atmosphere. 13, cloud formation and types. 14, thunder and lightning. 15, snow and ice storms. 16, wind and wind fronts. 17, tornadoes and hurricanes. 18, weather in the mountains and valleys. 19, climate change, and 20, climate zones and biomes. And we actually just, so I gave my kids the option yesterday. So yesterday was Monday, and we were kind of having a lazy day, not really wanting to get started with our morning. So typically what we do is we will do 4 lessons in a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we will take Friday off. But they chose to swap out their Monday and Friday for this week. And so we took yesterday off, and we will do Tuesday through Friday this week. And so today we did the mineral identification, and I'm really excited for my kids to finish up because we do have a rock and mineral National Geographic dig kit that we're going to do together. So one of the really fun things about these unit studies is you can add in as much as you would like, or just do the bare bones, because these guides are filled with so much information. Whether you add in or not, you will learn so much. So I just wanted to go over some of the books that we have for this unit that either my kids are reading independently or that we are reading together. The first book is a beautiful resource to have in your homeschool. Whether or not you're doing earth science, it's really, my kids have had so much fun just looking up things in this book and referencing to it, and it has lots of good stuff. And this is The Wondrous Workings of Planet Earth, Understanding Our World and Its Ecosystems. And I got this off Amazon. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it is a really good book. So I'll show you the inside too of a couple pages. So this is what South America looks like. And the really neat thing about this is because it does have some of these other continents on it, and this is Asia. This book could also be paired with some of the other Gather Round Homeschool Unit studies that are the continent-based units. So that's really fun. I love that book. It's really cool. And so for my youngest daughter, reading to her, I just got some that match some of the lessons. And so we have The Magic School Bus Blows Its Top Off. Sorry, it's not focusing too well. There you go. Magic School Bus Blows Its Top Off. The Magic School Bus Inside a Hurricane. Energy Makes Things Happen. And then we have Earthquakes and Other Natural Disasters. This was really fun to pair with the lesson that we did on earthquakes, and just getting even more information about specifics of different earthquakes that have actually happened around the world, some of the more devastating ones. And this also goes into tsunamis and things like that. And then the other one that is really good that we read when we did volcanoes was Volcanoes, Mountains of Fire. And then we have Pompeii Buried Alive. And then my older kiddos read, each one of them, my son read the Where is the Grand Canyon? And then my daughter read Where is Mount Everest? And they paired these with the very first week of lessons. And so then I decided to buy some of and all of the books that I got are recommendations from Gather Round Homeschool. When you get your units, they have a list of recommendations for every level, and then even some great of like other resources that you can use to pair with it. Like we got the Magic School Bus Volcano Kit and the Magic School Bus Weather Lab Kit, and I didn't bring those down to show to you, but I can definitely link them in the description box so that you can check those out as well. So I decided to pair my older two, their readers. I decided to do the I Survived series and the Magic Treehouse series, and I decided to kind of pair them so that one of them could be like the I Survived isn't 100% like someone's own story of what happened, but it's centered around the events of what happened and told as a story as if that person was there. So my son read The Sinking of the Titanic, 1912, and then he also read Magic Treehouse, Tonight on the Titanic. And then my daughter read I survived the San Francisco earthquake of 1906. And then she also read the Magic Tree House earthquake in the early morning. And so they are currently reading their last set. And so my son has I Survived Hurricane Katrina. And then Magic Tree House High Tide in Hawaii. And then my daughter has I Survived the Eruption of Mount St. Helens, 1980. And then Magic Tree House Vacation Under the Volcano. And so my kids really, really enjoy the Magic Tree House books as well as the I Survived series. So whenever I'm doing the unit studies, if those are recommended, I usually go ahead and purchase those. And a lot of times I'll buy some other like missionary stories and just some other types of books. But while we're in the summertime, I don't want to fight with my kids to force them to do their reading. So getting them something that pairs with our unit, but in series that they actually enjoy, with it being I Survived and Magic Tree House, that makes my life easier because I know that they'll enjoy reading it and it won't be so much of a struggle and a chore to get them to do it. And so I will go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the inside of the teacher's guide. So here is the teacher's guide for the Earth Science unit, and I will just take you guys through it. Here's a little bit about Rebecca Spooner, a note to the teacher, and this is in every single one of them, at least all of the ones that I've gotten so far. Again, here it'll show you the levels. So pre-reader, 3 to 5 years old, early reader, 6 to 8 years old, early elementary 8 to 10, upper elementary 10 to 12, middle 12 to 15, high school 16 to 18. And just like with any curriculum, you know your kids better than anyone else. So don't feel 100% held to these age ranges. If you haven't tried Gather on Homeschool, definitely check out a sample unit and figure out which one would better suit your kids. Like my son is in upper elementary and I'm holding him to a higher standard with his writing, even though I know that he would be more than comfortable in early elementary because there's a little bit less writing. He's totally ready for this upper level. And so here is it gives you like what the pages will look like. So there's notebooking pages, history, science, grammar, and then on this side you have your art, Bible, copywork and spelling, writing projects. And again, just like with any curriculum, do the pages that work best for you. Currently we do all of them, but I know that going into the next school year I might take out just a couple of these pages because my kiddos do already have a spelling curriculum and they also have a language arts curriculum that they are doing. But I 100% love the notebooking, history, Bible and art 100% from Gather on Homeschool. And so here, this is the book list that I was telling you about. So here, this is the book list that you can find in the teacher's guide that I was telling you about. And I just go based off what's in here, and I don't purchase everything. I purchase some that my kids would be interested in and that we haven't read. And here's a coloring page. And then this is the planner, and I haven't used these yet. It is a goal of mine to start using them so that I know exactly where to go ahead of time, so that I can plan it out. Because currently, right now, I'm not very efficient. I try and look the day before or the morning before we're doing something and find relevant videos, books, and things that we might want to add into each lesson. And then here you can have a shopping list, notes, there's your shopping list. and then the table of contents, which I already went over with you. And then we start the lessons. So this is the very first lesson. And these are the, so here at the back you'll have optional spelling words, and these will also be in your kids' books. Okay, so here are the, what they'll be doing for science. So all of the levels except pre-reader. And then social studies is here. And then, so this was science notebooking, and then here we have states of matter and what their assignment will be. And then language arts and Bible with copywork and spelling. My kids love that they get this verse that they get to learn and memorize. They have a lot of fun with seeing how many words they can get right each day until they memorize it all. And so then here's what's in history for this day, and these day at a glance are for every lesson. So for every lesson you'll get this breakdown, and it's really nice having it here in the teacher's guide, because then you know exactly what will be in your kids in each of their levels and what to expect. And so keep looking through here. So that is the first week of lessons. And my teacher's guide I did buy directly from Gather Around Homeschool. If ordering from them for print is an option for you, I highly recommend it. It's great quality. It holds up really well. I have mentioned in previous videos that I have tried homeschool printing companies. I've tried Barnes & Noble, and I've ordered from Gather Around. I now have an eco tank, so I'm printing and binding from home on my own. But if you have the means to purchase all through Gather Around, I highly recommend getting your print directly from them. And that is all for the teacher's guide. And in the appendix, it just depends on the unit. There wasn't any extra for the earth science, but in some of them you will find flashcards and different things like that. You could also check the appendix of your kids' student books if there's anything in there that you need to take out for them. And so there you have it. That is the earth science from Gather Around Homeschool, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the different books that I have paired with Gather Around Homeschool Earth Science, and taking a look on the inside of it, of the teacher's guide. If you have any questions about Gather Around Homeschool, please leave them in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to me. I have my social media and my email down in the description box. And if you have tried Gather Around Homeschool, please tell me what units you have tried and how it worked for your family. I'm very curious to know about how other people are enjoying it, because we do enjoy it so much. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!